Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. I'm Will Dragon and you are watching my channel Will Dragon Media, and we are playing Manor Lords. We are on our playthrough to rebuild some of Portugal. We are currently building Orbidos, and thank you very much for the pronunciation of that one. I'll try and get it right in the future, although I make unfortunately no promises. Yes, it's Orbidos, not Obidos. I think, anyway. I hope I'm getting that correct now. And we are basically kind of waiting for spring so we can start our next town. And we are also then waiting for autumn to start our farm production. We are, however, as well preparing for the attack, which happens in 38 days, although coming off that should happen right at the beginning of spring, because I didn't want to start the second town before they turned up, because I would be very annoyed if I started the second town and they turned up and killed my second town. That would greatly upset me. So we are going to wait for them to turn up, and then after that we are going to place our second town. And in the meantime, what I'm going to go and do is we do have a 12 out of 12 retinue. I believe it is... Yep. Oh, no, I sorry, we have an 8 out of 12 retinue. So let's go and that'll be another 200. It'll cost me 250 to start the next town. So let's go ahead and do that. At least, I so hope it's going to cost me 250 to start the next town. Yes, 250. I did remember that correct. I am so happy. If I'd gotten that wrong, I would have been very upset. Very, very upset. Oh, I've paused the game. Does happen when you zoom out. But yes, we are... So we're kind of just waiting. Let's go ahead and put that a bit faster. And we have just about enough food to get us through winter. How is our wonderful... yeah, not good. Rich deposit of animals. Not doing the best, although we do have somebody hunting them, so that could kind of be why. However, we will get through. We do have 4 months supply of food left. We did manage to strip the berries very, very nicely, just as it was needed. Oh, we're almost done with our iron deposit. And we have not yet started with our clay deposit, but I reckon we must be close. Being able to put our mining pit down without destroying any trees. So, whilst we are waiting with 5 people that don't have a... No, is that 9 people? Which way around is that? I would have to remind myself. Yes, 5 people that don't have anything to do. Let's go ahead and get us a mining pit down and get rid of that clay deposit off the map, because it will disappear soon. And of course, the second place we're going to colonize has the rich clay deposit, which will basically be used to make this into a trading area. I'm going to try and build a absolutely massive town. I haven't done that in any of my playthroughs yet. I think the biggest I've got is maybe around 300. I'm talking, I want to hit like 1,000 population, because that in essence is going to be renamed Lisboa. That's right, we are going to go for the capital of Portugal. And we are going to attempt to make it massive. And pretty much the whole thing is going to run off a booming clay industry. There is a history of clay works in Portugal. Tiles and pottery. It does have that history going for it. Let's go ahead and fast forward a little bit faster. We're basically waiting for the raiders to tick down, in other words. We have built the mining pit. Fantastic. We will... You know what? Yeah, let's get someone in there. I mean, why not? We've got all of those free families. Start getting that pulled out of the ground. How are we down to here? 67 on the iron deposit. And the rich animals are kind of at their limit. So let's pull that guy off there. Hopefully, we start getting larger quantities of apples through. That's my hope. If we can get large quantities of apples through, we can really start to push things. Now, what do we have here? Oh, we have some Unbuilt up back gardens. Now. I don't have too much gold, and I don't think... No, I'm not trading anything at the moment. I'm going to hold off on upgrading those, because I only have 76 regional wealth. And I might decide I need it for something else. 55 iron ore. I think I can probably sell the iron ore. Don't think I'm going to bother turning it into iron slabs. So I think that will be a direct sell. And we will make a tiny bit of money off that. Now, enemy unit was spotted. Just disappeared. Although I say that, he's probably in the tree line somewhere. But the point is... Oh, wait. Where did it say he was spotted? Well, there's a point, because I don't... Was it in my... No. At Kienhau. Hofstede. Somewhere else. Somewhere else. When did he go and claim that? That's what I want to know. At Kienhau, ah. So they're coming from this direction. That's perfectly fine. There they are. There's 2 of them. I feel like there could be a 3rd in there. And so more to the point... Ah, they are actually coming past. He's climbing, is he? Ah, so... Yeah, really? He should be going down. Is there anywhere... Oh, I wonder if I can get them on the riverbank. And they're coming from here. I was... Yes, sire! Forward! Not put them in backwards. Still just 2 of them? That's all we've got. I think we can deal with 2 of them pretty easily. Yeah, looks like it, looks like it. Moving downhill. Region minus 7%, minus 6%, minus 2%, plus 2%. Huzzah! Now, of course, this is slightly eating into the time where I want to get something in there, but that is fine. Let's go ahead and rally you guys as well. You guys can run a little bit. Here they come. Ideally, I want them to attack me over this river, if I'm perfectly honest. Oh, lads, down you come. Let's get you killed. How are we looking on... Okay, fatigue is... Growing up ever so nicely. Let's bring you to there. And stick on stand ground. Let's turn you off running. The fatigue is definitely having an effect. Like I said, ideally, I would love it if I could convince them to come this way a little bit and attack straight over the river. Hey guys. Hey guys, you want to come for a fight? They're like completely ignoring me, pretty much. Let's just go and sandwich them from both sides, really. Both got a high ground advantage. which is... I've got a high ground and a low ground advantage. I'll let you guys figure that one out. My effectiveness isn't great, but I'm sure I'm outstripping them. Let's see if we can get through all of this without losing a single person. Nope, I lost the spearman. That's not much point. Look at that glorious flag, ladies and gentlemen. The Portuguese shield is flying beautifully. Well, it's trying to anyway. The guy is very rapidly moving it around, but I mean that's just his pride, basically. Disband both units. I lost one spearman. That's very successful, I would say. Those guys are all going to go home at some point. Let's quickly pause. At some point, that guy will be replaced when his wife remarries. Right. Now we have our wild animals and our berry deposit over here. We do have our clay out here, but that will come a little bit later, I feel. Where are our main roads? Down this way. So I feel like this is a natural starting area. So, let's go into construction, administration, settlers camp. And, as I said, I probably want to put you round about here. Of course, we don't have any types of villages available. Of course, I would definitely lean into mining village if we could. We are, of course, going to go modest. Let us confirm. And then construction. Let's get a few things down. Let's go. Get that down. I mean, what have we got here? We've got our hitching post, our supplies, and our supplies. With that put down there and that put down. In fact, I lied. I don't want that there. Go and put this down here. Kind of a bit more out of the way. And I want our wonderful roads. I want to make a lovely square here. Now the question is, have I made this big enough? And the easiest way to check that is if we go into residential and look at our church. Yeah, it should be okay. I mean, the church will probably more go on the outside of it or somewhere along, but yeah, I think that'll be okay. Let's go into our logistics. Yeah, I'd say so. But anyway, we wish to get this logging camp constructed first. We shall have a lovely curving road coming off here. Let us adjust that curvature a bit to actually make it look pretty. That's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. If it doesn't look pretty, why are you even bothering? Let's connect our hitching post. And then let's get things moving. Let us go and grab our Hunter's Lodge. And we will very shortly get our berry deposit as well. Yes, our logging camp is of course the most important thing to get building. And look at that, everyone's on it. Absolutely everyone wants a piece of that logging camp, which is fantastic. And after the logging camp, we're going to get the Hunters Guild. After that, we will look. Get both of the storehouse and we'll put this next to it on this side, I think. The granary, let's leave both on low for a second so they get done afterwards. We do want that logging camp first. And so once we have those, the stores will be gathered. They'll be nice and safe away. We will have the ability to get some food. And, of course, then the ability to get some logs. And so we will probably place down some burgage plots. Once we have those, and potentially once the wild animals have dropped down a little bit, we will make sure we can get the berries as well. That should easily get us through the first year with the 20 bread we start with, wild animals and berry deposits. And then the only other thing we will need to grab is our woodcutter's lodge, which I am in fact going to go and put there, and we're going to put that on very low. Let's have that built after the other two. That up to low now. There you go. Get a bit of order to everything. Hunting camp. Let's get someone in there. Get someone in the logging camp as well. And let's get things moving in this wonderful new town, which will eventually be Lisboa. And the city is born, ladies and gentlemen. And back here, we are a little low on food, sorry. Fuel is actually quite good. We can leave the berry deposit for a second. Although we do have someone spare, so do you know what? Why not? Let's start grabbing it. If I can find my forager's hut. Found it. Always usually the hardest thing. I put these buildings so neatly into forests, I can never find them. We are down to 6 food. Well, apparently that'll still last me 2 months, so we'll take it. Store pit. Doing just fine. Logging camp, woodcutter's lodge. Okay, nope. Don't have anyone in there yet, but that's fine. Woodcutter's lodge does not need a market stall. Good, a farmhouse can't have a market stall. And so these guys, they do still have all of the food variants and everything they need, which is a little bit crazy. Little bit crazy. Yes, let's get food coming back in. Our mining pit is down to 48. And this clay deposit is down to 143. I think what I might do, because nothing's building as of yet, get a second person in the mining pit to simply attempt to get rid of it completely. So that when when autumn comes, which is actually in September, I almost could interchange those, we can put the extra people into the farms. But I don't think there's much in terms of building to be done here quite yet. I want to stabilize my food, and then I will upgrade to a couple of level 2 burgage plots that will allow me to get to the next level. And everything can keep moving forward. But until then, let's come back over here to Lisboa. And logging camp is built and has things cutting. Oh, homelessness. Oh. I thought that didn't count until you got past the first month, and we definitely built this in March. Late March, too. That's alright. We are not getting meat. We are getting a bit of timber. That is happening. And, yep, storehouse and granary. You do not need to be on a market stall. And then the woodcutter's lodge. All of which... Let's put someone to permanently... Yeah, please don't take them off that, thank you. To permanently guide the ox. Come on. And advance. Let's have you... First off, get rid of that area of trees, please. Obidos is almost out of food. They're not lying. But, well, it is actually, in fact, going up. That should be... Yep, it's going up quite nicely, actually. So I'm not actually going to get too worried at this point. Nothing stored inside. There's definitely a hunter there, so... Transporting, waiting. What exactly are you transporting? Oh, he's bringing back a deer, that works. And the wife is simply waiting. Oh, she's gone to church now, actually. No, I'm not worried. I'm pretty sure I can get the food coming in. And of course, the eggs, as per always, they seem to do this all the time. I get almost nothing from them, but they always seem to just give me that little bit of extra food right when it's needed. Now, I can claim another region. I think in terms of gameplay, if I was going to do it, because I haven't thought any more in terms of the whole Portugal scheme, I would have to go for the one with the iron deposit. I mean, it's not necessary. Once I get all the trading going, I probably won't really need it at all. But it does make a lot of sense. Of course, so does this one down here in terms of the story, because I get another rich clay deposit. And as I said, we love a bit of clay for the whole Portugal story. But I think I'm going to grab this one first. Simply because it joins, and I do like things to be quite neat as well. BDOS, there you go, now has 2 months worth of storage. I didn't think that quite looked right. Sorry, 2 months worth of food. Because we are starting to get a little bit back in. And the funny thing is, we're almost out of food, but everyone will still have the variants they need. We have a storehouse. Granary will come up next. And what's the point? Let's go ahead and move things along a bit faster, shall we?
Come on, laddie.
Come on, laddie. So we have our goods being transported where they're needed. And we do have 50 regional wealth here, so what I'm going to do is... No, I'm not, because I would have to upgrade this. Not quite at that stage yet. Oh, granary's going up very nicely. How are we doing? 5 timber planks. It's a good number. It's a good number, and we are getting a good amount of meat in as well. We will slow this down a bit so I can think at the same time. We will... Where can we get... Can we get this in there anywhere? Not really. That's about as good as we can get, so let's go and put it here. Very low. Keep things building in. The order I would like. As you can see, yes, we're going for the lovely straight road design. Let's get a person in each of these, so we can get some of the supplies inside, preferably. Let's take the person off guiding the ox. However, there is a free person to guide the ox, so that should keep things moving anyway. And those two can now be built. We do have a bit of firewood still left. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Right. So those are ticking along quite nicely. We are almost out of iron in our iron deposit. So that will be ready to disappear. Our clay deposit is still going, and we are only in April. So fantastic. Ah, yes, of course. We need to, in fact, build a market area. What's the point? Still no apples. I'm still waiting for those to come into fruition. I'll be very happy when they do. Let's just put it that way. And we still have a family going spare, so do you know what? Let's put another one in the forager's hut. Keep getting rid of that berry deposit. The mining pit was exhausted. Let's get rid of those two guys out of there. I'm going to put one with the clay. And I think that'll be good for now. Let's keep 2... So, in fact, why keep 2 idle? There's no need. Let's put them in the clay. And the forager's hut. There's no need to have someone idle. And then down here we have our woodcutter's lodge, and our forager's hut will be built shortly. Our supplies are almost all moved. And we are up to 10 timber planks. Right. That being the case, let us look at our first houses, shall we? Now, these are probably not going to be very big houses. Not enough goods. There will be once I take down. So in fact, yeah, these would have no back gardens. Let's not quite do that. Let's build them on the other side. Tiny, tiny back gardens. 5 tiny houses. That's what we're going to go for. Oh, I am actually thinking without back gardens, to be honest. 5 tiny burgers pots, no back gardens. It's going to be cramped in the middle. There will be some nicer houses around the edge with beautiful back gardens. I'm actually going to go probably a little bit over the top, if I'm honest, with the houses once we get to the outer areas. There will be beautiful country houses. It's maybe not quite Lisboa in its entirety, but once again, I do, as I have in a previous episode, I do beg your indulgence with a little bit of artistic license, because, yeah, you just never know, you know, you just never know. But for now, we are building the beginnings of a slum, basically, in the middle of Lisboa. So yes, we will get rid of the homelessness problem, and build up a whole bunch of houses, and then we will look to improve. So with that going on here, over in Obidos, there's not really much happening, I don't think. Food supplies are shooting up, which is fantastic. All those berries coming in. We will get someone back on fuel before too long. Let's go ahead and fast forward. Pretty much just waiting on those houses over here. Store supplies are back in. I can take someone out of the storehouse, I think. For now, let's get them helping with construction. There you go. There's one person in. Go ahead and build me a lovely road by there. Hopefully, the ox will start using it. Hopefully, he now recognizes this road. There he is. Beautiful. What we like to see. Obidos, pantry is full. Forager's hut. Yeah, let's put it down on 4 speed for a second. Pantry is so not full. Oh wait, sorry. Forager's hut. Yeah, that's just about struggling through. That's fine. Get a nice bit of berries going on. Give us a little bit of a food cushion. If you'll accept that as a, I think, an officially coined term now. We'll have a food cushion. Bandit camp was sighted. Where are we? Ooh, all the way down in the corner. Fan-dabba-dozy. It is time. That being the case... Oh wait, I don't actually need my... that was the wrong button as well. Go in this direction. Oh, good. They're coming in from this side. Don't need to run, I don't think. Let me see, they're all the way down here. All the way up to there. We should stay ahead of his army, I hope. Oh no, are they walking or running? I think they're walking. Yes. They are walking, I do believe. Oh wow, a lot of fatigue. Interesting. Well, we should get there with a bit of grace, and we should just about be able to get a bit of rest going. And so we also want a bit of market space. Let's... Okay, we're building a very weird straight market. There you go, 29 lots available. That just went a bit skew-if, to be honest. And let's zoom back in just slightly, and let's fast forward. Got another burgage plot. And yes, we built the food stall on our newly built marketplace. Where's their army? Yeah, so far ahead of their army. We got a nice bit of rest. Make sure we stay real far back. And over here we are building our 4th burgage plot. And with that... How are we doing on logs? 15 timber. That's fantastic. Let's go ahead. You don't need a market stall. Let's go and put someone in there, get a bit more fuel. And with our last log being delivered, we have 18 timber to spare. Fantastic. Resources stolen by nearby bandits, of course. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to end the episode there. When we come back, I will figure out what we're doing with Lisboa in terms of short and long term, and I will let you know at the start of the next episode. And we will come down here. I'm going to go ahead and pause this before we end the episode, because I do need to pay attention and steal the influence and the gold. And so until next time, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all very much for joining me. I hope you are enjoying it, and I hope you will continue to join me as I attempt to rebuild Portugal with a hell of a lot of artistic license from basically start to finish. Like I said, we've got Orbidos, sorry, yes, Orbidos, not Orbidos, Orbidos. I really hope I can remember to pronounce that correctly for all of you. We have that being slowly built. The next stage will be getting farms going, and Lisboa is born. I am going to aim for a population in the thousands, ladies and gentlemen. That is the goal. It is going to be a massive and ridiculous sprawling metropolis. And so, until that moment, ladies and gentlemen, where, well, there's just going to be absolute madness, I would just like to say thank you all very much for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you continue to join us on the rest of our journey. But until we see you again, as per always, I really hope that you stay safe, happy, and healthy.